Hello everyone, welcome to the Watch Poplars. Today I am in my room. This is the first video I've made where I'm in my room, and there is something climatic that I want to show you. Well, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but it's on that weather app I was talking about. So here is Ventusky or Ventusky, whatever it is. I gotta reload the page. Yeah, I do. It's okay there. Now, it's at the right time. And I'll just turn up the brightness. There's a webcam in Wisconsin that isn't showing what it did last year. And that's Neon Site D05, Great Lakes, Tree Haven, Wisconsin, top of tower. And it's by provided by phenocam.nau.edu. So all of these nature cams, the Tundra one, most of these webcams that I'm recording, well, it sent me back to the top. This is when I started in January, this log. This is my document. And so this one is by Phenology, Phenocam. God, I think that one might have also been Phenocam because like it has this blue lettering on. You see this blue lettering? That usually means it's like a nature cam, and maybe somewhere in this picture there is like a ruler sticking out of the ground. But yeah, that one's also by Phenocam. And it's changed slightly. This cam stopped working and is no longer available. So eventually in April I changed it for, well, unfortunately that camera stopped being available. But if I go to April, okay, yeah, so it stopped working right here. And then for a short while, I was using another Phenocam picture. It was in Colorado. And anyway, this is not what I wanted to show you, but this is also really cool. So I've been doing this for 29 pages, and just recording. I do all these pictures. I copy and paste them from the webcams on Ventusky or Ventusky, and every single day, I copy the day's picture of every webcam, and just to see how it changes every single day of the year. So eventually, there is going to be 360 rows. Well, actually, that it probably will be a month less than that. So like 11 months worth of all these, because during spring break, for a few days in late May and early June, in late June and mid-July, I was not here because I was on trips. But anyway, there's this camera here. Let's go to 12 o'clock, which just happens to be, I don't know, and this camera gets it a bit wrong. It's like 18, which I don't know what that would be in like common time, but here's what it looks like this year. And oh, my brother just arrived from a football game. There might be some interruptions. He also has some friends over, and Okay, they closed their door. Good. Okay, but 1 year ago, it looked like this. So I don't know why the fall colors are happening so late this year. But last year, it looked like this at this time. And that is just gorgeous. Look at that. And I think I know why.
Quentin?
What?
Did you eat some pizza?
Yes, I did.
You had enough?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let them finish it.
Yes.
Have you checked in with Maddie?
No. Well, actually, yes, but she's unavailable.
Is she still in treatment program?
She gets out on Monday.
How was your day?
It was great.
I didn't ask you how the play was.
Oh, the play was so funny. Yeah, my favorite character was Touchstone,
Oh, good.
the clown. It was so hilarious.
Everyone had a good time.
Yes.
Were you guys the only school there?
No, there was like a whole bunch of other schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Did anyone at school make you laugh today?
Well, during ASL, we were doing like a version of Hangman, except we call it Grow Person, and I came up with the word cybergoth, and then I made them guess the letters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yes. I apologize. It was better sooner than later. But anyway, luckily, none of what was said was confidential or private. So that, yeah. And I did go to a Shakespeare play on Wednesday. But now, so there. Okay, I'll tell you why the fall color difference. So, oh yeah, okay, so there was one cold spell in August, and how I know this is because I was watching the Bonsai Zones videos, Nigel Saunders, and he made some videos during the cold spell, and it got to like 44 degrees, and then there was another one, it was like a bit colder, and then for more than half a month, it was like July weather, where around the Great Lakes. So it's unusually warm right now. It's been really warm here lately because the wind just keep blowing up, warm and humid. So Nigel had all of his tropical plants outside. They're really happy. And yeah, so it's unfortunate. I expected to see more fall colors at this time, except the weather is kind of slowing it down. So what the colors you see here are all about is from the gradual decreasing of the light. And you can see that, and I'll try to, from late July, and I'll try to include everyone, and so, late July, there's this little thing here, there, it just starts at this time. Well, there was a storm that day, and okay, so hold on, yeah. Okay, so by early August, you can see some faded green right here. It's kind of a brownish. That gets bigger, but very, very slowly, and you can see here. And in here, there's this maple. I'm assuming it's a maple. Most of these bright colored trees are maples. Maybe red oaks, I don't know. But there's some fall colors from a lack of, well, a decreased amount of sunlight. And then here, and in late August, you can see more of the color, but it's happening really, really slowly. Here's early September. So, in that time, some maples have changed color, but yet it's still happening really, really slowly. And usually it happens way quicker, so at this time of year, the cold fronts would have already been sweeping across. So, sometime in early October it would look better, but yeah. So I think this video is going to be about like the other stuff that was in my the description of my channel. And so I did mention I map glaciers, and yes. So, I'll turn it to satellite. Oh god, that would take a while. Okay, so here's how many polygons I have, you know, I know. I have more than 1,000. Okay, so, here. There's Yellowstone. There's Yellowstone National Park. Some of these I haven't completed, so I've only done part of this mountain range. I did parts of Tahoe. I haven't done, oh, I did Merced Glacier in Yosemite. And Mount Whitney and Sequoia National Park are around here. I haven't done that yet. Part of the Cascades and Washington. I'm doing Lake Missoula. I'm slowly piecing together more polygons, so you can see I have it done in sections. Yeah, you can see all those sections. They're not all one polygon. And yeah, sometimes it takes a really long time. Sometimes I just fill in a bunch of stuff where there's no islands and there's ice. And that's just to make time go by quicker, make it less a little bit daunting. But there was also huge ice sheets. This is the farthest the ice extended during the last ice age. I did part of Argentina, Tierra del Fuego, parts of Antarctica, the islands. It's really difficult to map Antarctica because it goes all around the Earth. So whenever I outline just the continental shelf, which is the limit of the ice, it just I don't know why, but it fills in everything above that. And I want it to fill in everything below so that it would be covering Antarctica. Iceland was an oval. Iceland was just a plain oval of ice. And there's the Faroe Islands. I'm doing a little bit of the Alps now. So I'm gonna zoom into this. This is a really nice one I completed. I don't know what glacier this was. Maybe, oh, I haven't named it yet. But I'll be naming the glaciers sometime. So there's more ice caps and stuff. And once again, I just filled in this blob right here because the ice was so thick that no mountains peaked above it. And I've been doing part of the Himalayas. Well, yeah. not much on the rainy side, but the dry side, yes. And I've been doing some large sections as well. You can see. I still have to delete all these lines that guided me. I drew that guided me where to map. And there's still some right here. Yeah. There. You can see I drew little arrows on them. You can see the ice caps. They're really nice. I also work on this a lot in Russia. And now the terrain maps here are really bad, so they just turn blank when you zoom in far enough. It's so annoying. But yeah, the Siberian traps are right here. I haven't done those yet. It's a really large ice cap. It's like that big. I've been working on this area near, well, Gosudarstveni, Prirodny, Vitimsky, Gosudarstveni, Prirodny, Zapovednik. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This national park. And in Siberia, and I've drawn the borders, like around the moraines that are left by the glaciers, and yeah, trying to guide me. Yeah. I've done a little bit here. I've been doing smaller glaciers that were unnamed. Well, they would have been unnamed if we had this same amount of technology back then, and we had evolved as much as we have now. But back then, we would have named some of these glaciers, but it would be the larger ones. So I'm doing all the unnamed glaciers first, the ones that are not very significant. So this one would have been named. I don't know what, I haven't named it yet, but I'll name it soon. So I'm doing other ice caps and stuff. It's really interesting and very satisfying as well. I have ADHD, and this is something my ADHD really likes doing. So yeah. And also during the Ice Age, there's actually a preserve on the slopes of Mauna Kea that are completely based of like the Ice Age, and I clicked that, so you see there, Mauna Kea Ice Age Natural Area Preserve. And yeah, so there was a little ice cap on Mauna Loa. During the winter, the snowfall would have probably gone a lot farther down, probably down to like these trees here, or whatever. Those are like small trees or shrubs. I think those are like small trees, but yeah, this is a lot greater in height than it looks. Okay, there. You can see all of these big bold lines. All these bold lines is every 500 feet. Now that may sound quite, insignificant, but when you look at every 2, it's 1,000 feet. Okay, so yeah, and the topography makes it a lot more easier to understand just how huge this mountain is. I mean, most of my viewers are in the United States, and this is part of the United States. You can see there's a moraine from a previous ice age that was a bit colder, and I think it was like 12, 13 degrees colder. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say 12 to 11. 12 degrees colder. But yeah. So that's the Mauna Loa ice cap. I mean, yeah, Mauna Kea. And in Mauna Loa, it's grown significantly since the last ice age because it's a very active volcano. So at the time, it was way lower, but it still was tall enough for an ice cap. But because of how much broad it is, and the formation that the glaciers formed at, called the equilibrium line, was at the same elevation, both mountains, except the broader surface of Mauna Loa allowed the ice cap to reach a similar size. Actually, it looks a bit bigger, kind of, but it's lower. This is lower, and it's still lower. Yeah. So, I mean, not bonsai related, but it was in my description, and I really felt like sharing it. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get Google to use some of my screenshots that I'll take of this map, because I think it'll be really useful for learning about the Ice Age. And I'm solely depending on references from Google Images when I search Ice Age map of whatever location. Or I'm mostly using the topography as a reference, and I'll show you. So if I go here, so here, yeah, so you can see here, this lake, this canyon, and all those lines, these curves, they're all little outlines of the ice. And they come in different sizes, so, yeah. So here's a good example of one where it flowed and curved and spread out. It's called a Piedmont glacier. And a really nice example of that is, well, somewhere here. And I named it, Sun Glacier. And I named them based on the river that comes out of them from the very end, the Sun River. So I named that Sun Glacier. Yeah. And yeah. I don't know, I didn't name that one, but... So yeah. I can't make this video very long. I don't want to. But yeah. What did I name this? How about this? No, I didn't name that one either. I didn't name that one either, huh? And did I name this one? No. I keep thinking I'm naming them, but, here. Cordilleran Ice Sheet. Oh, I didn't name that one yet. Oh, well, actually I did it in sections, so no wonder. So yeah, that's it. This video is 25 minutes long. I gotta stop. But before I end the video, I want to show you some of the drawings I did from the screenshots on my map. And don't mind the spill. So the stains, but yeah, this is of glaciers in Yellowstone, so yeah. That's all for today. This is the Watch Poplars, and I will see you in the next video.